Hello, how's it going? My name is Ben, and today I would like to review this gimbal. I'm gonna put the name on the screen because I'm absolutely gonna butcher it. Okay, so a little bit of a backstory. I really like optimizing things. I love the idea of making something operate to its fullest potential and not just accepting that the way you get things is not the way they have to be. You can always improve something. And I definitely apply that principle to filmmaking. This gimbal was one of those steps. The reason I went with this product when I did was because it was at the best price point for me. It's about $100 cheaper than the DJI Osmo gimbal. And I understand that DJI has a reputation putting out really quality products, but for me it just fit what I wanted to pay. So I've had this thing for about a month, and I have to say the learning curve was very small. I was able to take it right out of the box, read very few instructions, and just start using it right away. As you can see, I annoy my mom and my dog with it. And then taking it to a random environment like on this hike was really easy. So first I'd like to talk about some very specific pros. Number one, as I've said, the operation is very easy. I feel like I could give this to anyone and it would not take them very long to figure out how to properly use it. In fact, I gave it to my friend just today and he immediately wanted to buy one when he started using it.
Dude, this is awesome.
Number two, it's lightweight. For the price and the quality, you get a real heavy-duty stabilizer. Those things are gonna be really heavy, and they're gonna be really cumbersome to carry around with you everywhere. This thing, you can put anywhere. It's not really gonna add that much to your carry-on luggage. It's not gonna really add that much if you're walking around with it. So I really like how lightweight it is. Next up, it's got really clean and clear footage. You definitely get the best bang for your buck when you're using this product, because just seeing it operate, it looks pretty amazing. Myself and many people who I've shown this footage to have marveled at how great it looks.
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
So now I'd like to talk about some cons. The number one problem with this thing is it's really not that easy to store anywhere. Yeah, on a hike I can just carry it around, but if I'm traveling somewhere, if I'm walking somewhere, I have to like shove it in my pocket, and it's lightweight like I said, but it sticks out and it kind of looks menacingly, and I'd love it if it was easier to fold up and store somewhere. And they give you this little rubber band on here to keep the stabilizer in place when you're just kind of walking around in something, and that works, but one, it's going to break, or two, I'm gonna lose it. Those are certainties. Next, I would love for this to have a few more options on added attachments. There's this little bottom 3/8 hole right here for putting on a tripod or putting on some other sort of attachment. And that's pretty cool because I could definitely put like a microphone on the bottom and point it like that. But I would love if there was an option to, on either side of this, or even on the stabilizer itself, to be able to put a light or be able to put a microphone or something like that. Honestly, I can't speak more highly about this thing. It's definitely worth the buy, at least if you're asking myself. Now, I do have a couple of tips in order to make it even better. My number one tip is when you're operating it. Like I said, it's very easy to figure out what it does, and the learning curve is very small. But if you want to make sure you're getting the absolute best picture out of this thing, you have to operate it very carefully. If you're whipping it around and stuff, and if you're not really paying attention to the bounces or how you're walking, it's obviously not gonna do the best it can do. I like to think of it this way. Pretend like you don't actually have a stabilizer and you want to get the most stable shot possible. Use a lot of care when walking around. I know, this looks very silly and it looks like I'm dancing. Next, use a manual camera app. It's very important so you can lock the focus, you can lock the exposure, you can adjust all of those things, the white balance, and most importantly, you can turn off the mobile stabilization that comes with most mobile cameras. That's gonna work counterintuitively to these three motors. Next, I would recommend getting backup batteries. Now, the battery life on these things is fantastic. I used it for a 2-hour hike pretty intermittently, and it didn't run out of battery on me. However, if I was going on some longer hike or if I was doing a long production, I would definitely want to have some backup batteries, which the stabilizer definitely allows you to get, and you can get them very cheaply. Better to be safe than sorry. I have to do something kind of special to show you the last tip I have. I love this microphone. It's the Video Micro thing, Rode Video Micro. I'll put a link somewhere. And I will definitely do a review of this thing as well, but this just takes the camera to the next level. So that's my last tip. I can make a tutorial on how to do this thing if you like. It's super easy. I just kind of glued this little hot shoe, cold shoe thing to the top and then slid in the microphone. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I've probably stated it way too much, but it's definitely worth the money, at least if you're asking me. Now I'm gonna put links to all this stuff down below. I'm not endorsed by any of the companies that I've talked about. I'm putting affiliate links down there, which you can look those up if you'd like, but really all it does is it allows me to get a little kickback for promoting to some of these products. No one is telling me to promote these products. I was really fascinated with them, so I decided I would do some videos on them. And really, I'd love to hear what you have to think about these products. If you've had any issues specifically, because I love this thing and I'd love to hear if someone thinks this thing is not worth it at all. Thanks very much for watching. Feel free to subscribe. There's that little bell that you can click that'll notify you when I upload a new video. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.